So Joy, I've been listening to your videos and really love them. And you mention in several of them about earnest monies, option money, things like that. And I know that a lot of the questions out there are, what really is earnest money? What is option money? What's the difference? And as a buyer, do I need it?
In this market, I recommend that yes, you need both. Earnest money, better known as good faith money. Mr. Seller, I promise to buy your house, and in good earnest, here's some money. Um, that money is usually payable to either the attorney that's going to close the house, the listing office, or the buyer's agent's office. And that money has the ability to come back depending on how it is written in the contract. We can usually get it back if you back out of the contract during your due diligence because there was something you didn't care for in the house, or there was an issue that you and the seller didn't want to agree on. You can get your earnest money back. You can get your earnest money back if you, for some reason, end up with a denial letter. Other than that, your earnest money comes back as long as the buyer and the seller have a mutual agreement based on the items in the contract. Option money is different in that it is made payable to the seller. Mr. Seller, here's some money right now if you will take my offer. That money stays with the seller. Now, what we are seeing around here is if the contract goes to fruition, the seller will give that amount of money back as a credit in closing. He doesn't have to. He is allowed legally to keep it. But here we have found that most of them are willing to give it back, but it puts money in the pocket of the seller, allowing him maybe to do repairs, maybe to get a cleaner, maybe start the process of having a moving company come to get his stuff out. He's got some money that's extra, and that's the main difference.
So my earnest money goes toward the purchase price of the home.
Yes,
And as long as we close, that money
is
gets
a credit.
applied as a credit to what I owe on the house. The option money is in addition to the purchase price of the home?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. All right. And the option money is a gift to the seller to say, look, I want this house and I want to beat out all the other buyers. So I'm going to give you this I'm going to throw you a bone.
yes.
All right.
But say most
Got
of
it.
our sellers have been very generous and are actually giving it back as a credit at closing.
How nice is that? Yeah. So don't count on it for sure, but maybe that can happen, huh?
That maybe that can happen.
Well, every strategy to make a buyer feel or seem more substantial, more sound to the seller in this market is so important.
Is important. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Joy.
You're welcome.